Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Vegas Golden Knights franchise mode in NHL 21. So, in the first episode, if you guys missed it, we just went through the first couple months of the season up to the trade deadline. We're going to be doing the trade deadline in this episode and the rest of the regular season. We're currently 31, 27, and 5. We actually moved up Cody Glass to the second line. So, I'm going to go through the lines right now. So the first line is Jonathan Marchessault, William Karlsson, and Mark Stone. Having a +1. Pretty solid first line. Now, line number 2. At the start of the year, I had these couple of guys moved around, but now I have Smith with Glass and Pacioretty. Glass moved up to an 80 overall. He does have 27 points in 63 games. Stevenson is with no second tuck, but they actually have a +3. So the third line is technically an 87 and 82 and an 81, which is not bad at all. Fourth line, Carrier, Raw, and Ryan Reeves. So we got our fourth line grinders right there. Defense is looking very solid. Martinez and Pietrangelo, McNabb and Theodore, everyone's having a +3. So they're all pretty much in the high 80s to 90 overall. And then Dahlstrom and Holden, they have a +1 as the bottom pair. Now in goal, here's a big question mark. We have Fleury and Leonard, both of them making at least $5 million. So we're basically paying $5 to $7 million for a backup. We not really have a backup. It's basically two starters. So Fleury right now, he has 18 wins, 15 losses, 4 OT losses. That's a 910 save percentage and a 274 goals against. Leonard 919 and a 247 goals against. So both of them over 500. Leonard's slightly better numbers, but if you look at the contracts, Leonard's inked up for 5 more years at $5 million. He's 29 years old. Fleury is 36. 2 more years at $7 million. So in 2 years, he walks in free agency. I was thinking to maybe make a move, see if I could maybe get some more depth at center position for Marc-Andre Fleury, and hopefully free up some cap space as well. Because right now, basically, I have no cap space at all. We have Chandler Stevenson here. He's a two-way forward. Has 26 points on the third line. Alex Tuckey has 38, so that's not bad. But, I mean, he's on the third line as well. Nosek here, 22 points. I would really like to improve the forward depth. Cody Glass, he's not bad as a rookie. Well, actually, it's his second year, but only 39 games last year, 27 and 63. I'm hoping that he can grow even more. So down in the AHL, we have Peyton Krebs, who I really hope can make a team next year. 77 overall at 20 years old. He's having a very good year down in the Henderson Silver Knights organization. 45 points in 54 games. High expectations for him, as well as Nicholas Hag. Here's a defenseman. 6'6", 213. He's a big body, only 22 years old. 38 points in 54 games and a +14. So my plan is to have both Nick Hag and Peyton Krebs move up to the NHL next year, which would move one of our defensemen at the bottom pairing in the NHL out. I would like to keep the same top 4 if possible. We only have to re-sign Martinez. Maybe keep Holden. He's a big body. -7 though, but +1 for Dahlstrom. And then as for the offense, have Peyton Krebs move up. So either, I guess, Nosek or Carrier, one of them would go. Let's see what their contracts are looking like. So 1.2 for Nosek for 1 year, 1.4 for 4 years, which is a very good contract. Less than $2 million for 4 years for a fourth liner. It's only 26. So I think maybe Nosek would be the on man out and try to get some good depth at center position. So that's kind of my plan right now. Gonna look at the team points quickly, then go into the trade deadline. So Marchessault, 45 points, 22 goals. Pietrangelo, 44, second in the team in scoring as a defenseman. Karlsson, Tuck, Martinez doing pretty good as well. Theodore there, Pacioretty, and Stone. I would like to see more production from them. But we'll see what happens here. We're going to go into the trade deadline. We're actually currently 5th in the Pacific. We're 3 points away from 3rd, 4 points away from 4th. So we could definitely move up. Predators are leading the Central. Sabres at top of the Atlantic, actually, over the Maple Leafs. Caps at top of the Metro, and Sharks at top of the Pacific. So here we go into the trade deadline. And one thing I'm going to make a change right now, actually. I'm going to add a captain because Mark Stone is now the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights in real life. It's just the first episode I'm recording since he got the C in real life. So there you go. Mark Stone, the captain of Vegas Golden Knights. All right, going into the NHL trade deadline, we're going to see what's available here and maybe make a move. We got Fleury on the trade block to see what's available. So Jonathan Toews right off the bat, a lot of value there. I had put both Leonard and Fleury, just curious what the offers I could get. Bufflin, Yandel, Nugent Hopkins, who's a center, so he could maybe be a good fit for our team. Then got Subban, Hamilton, Jarmelson, Ranta. Only looking for a center here, if at all possible. So I'm going to see if I can maybe fill the right position. I don't think you can, but I'm just going to go through real quick here. We already have a trade with the Chicago Blackhawks. So they said Jonathan Toews and a first. Jonathan Toews goes to the Nashville Predators for a prospect and a first-round pick. Wow, so a lifelong Chicago Blackhawk moves. Jonathan Toews is already off the block. Literally like 20 minutes into the NHL trade deadline. Wow, that didn't take long at all. So a lot of wingers, a lot of defensemen. We got Jordan Stahl here. Mikko Koivu, he's a bit older. I would like to see maybe if I could get Nugent Hopkins. Just curious to see what I could get. So Jarmelson and Bushin to Boston for few picks and a prospect. So let's just take a look quickly at Nugent Hopkins. So there you go, Marc-Andre Fleury. So this might work. We are looking to maybe move Fleury. Now, the thing with Nugent Hopkins is that he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year, so we could potentially just sign him. 45 points in 61 games. Let's see where he would fit, because I'm looking for more of a third line. He would fit on the second line. Coach's scheme, forward line 3. Okay, so maybe Nugent Hopkins would be a good option as long as we could re-sign him, but I'm sure we would be able to. The third and a fourth for Fleury would get a lot of help with the center depth. We could have Nugent Hopkins and Cody Glass down the middle, and then Fleury would save up the cap space of the $7 million for the next year as well. Rock with Robin Leonard. We get an offer there. A first for Martinez and Krebs. I'm going to say no. But let's see what the goaltending pool that we have. So if we move Fleury, you'd have Leonard as a starter. Backup would probably Oscar Dance, move him from the AHL. And then in the AHL, we'd have Ferguson and Patera. So as much as I'm a big fan of Marc-Andre Fleury, I would have liked to maybe win the cup with him. I think that this is a move that would help the team short term and long term as well. And I think with having two goaltenders making that much money, if I could have one goalie making $5 million and then a cheap backup, it would free up some more cap space as well. So I'm gonna make the move. Marc-Andre Fleury, best of luck in Edmonton. It does make sense. Edmonton getting a elite goaltender, help out McDavid, help out Draisaitl. Hopefully he can help the team make the playoffs. Nugent Hopkins is going to be good for us. He's still young. Welcome to the team, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Oscar Donsk is called up. Not sure if I'm going to make any other moves, but wow, that's a pretty big blockbuster. Atkinson and Savard go to the Montreal Canadiens. Wow. So, big move there. I didn't really see who the Canadiens traded, but we can take a look after at the trades that happened as well. So honestly, I really don't have a lot of cap space left, if any. So I think that maybe the only move I'm going to make at the trade deadline, I don't want to go too crazy in the first trade deadline the first year. So I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of this and see the trades that the rest of the teams made. And then look at our lineup. So we got our new starting goaltender permanently is Robin Leonard. We got a new center, probably going to be in our second line and move Glass up to the third. So player and pick trading. So let's take a look. Corpus Salo actually goes to the Carolina Hurricanes. Iafallo goes to the Ducks. Dustin Bufflin goes to the Dallas Stars. He was with the Ottawa Senators. Russ and Aston Reese go to the Flyers. So the Penguins and Flyers making a move there. Anton Hudobin actually goes to the Penguins for Zucker and Cody Ceci. Wow, and then let's see what else we have. Any more big names? Mikko Koivu goes to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hugo Alnefelt, so the goaltending prospect, goes to the Columbus Blue Jackets there. Tyson Barrie goes to the Sabres. Wow, their defense is going to be looking good. Barrie, Dahlin, Ristolainen. That's going to be very, very good. Speaking of defense, Ryan Murray and Nikita Gusev to the Preds. And then we got our deal where we sent Fleury a third and a fourth from Nugent Hopkins. I think it's a very good deal for both sides. So Alexandre Alain and a second for Cam Atkinson and David Savard. Marc Bergevin fleeced the Columbus Blue Jackets. Wow. A prospect and a second for two very, very good players. All right, Marc Bergevin. Niels Hoglander goes to the Wild shortly after starting his career with the Vancouver Canucks. Wow. So a lot of big moves here in the trade deadline. Of course, Jonathan Toews right off the bat going to Nashville. So pretty entertaining trade deadline. The boys at TSN, a lot to cover for them. So we got Nugent Hopkins there. We're going to have to unscratch Cody Glass. So he's going to replace Roy or Nosek. I'm going to play around with the lines a few minutes, see what works best. All right, so I decided to put Nugent Hopkins in the first line. So we got a very, very good first line with Marchessault, Nugent Hopkins, and Stone. Second line is going to be William Karlsson, Max Pacioretty, Alex Tuch. All of them have a +1. Chandler Stevenson, Cody Glass, Riley Smith on the third line, and William Carrier, Nicolas Roy, and Ryan Reeves on the fourth. Defense stays the same. Of course, in goal, we now have Robin Leonard with Oscar Dance as the backup. Special teams, I put Nugent Hopkins on the first power play unit as well. As for the AHL and the Henderson Silver Knights, we got Dylan Ferguson there, along with Yuri Patera. Ferguson there, 71 overall, medium fringe starter potential. Not sure if he's going to become an NHL goaltender, but I'm pretty happy what we have right now. Instead of paying $7 million and $5 million for goaltending, right now we got $5 million, and then Oscar Don's got a $0.7 million contract. So quickly, I'm just going to take a look at the cap space we have. I'm sure it's not a lot because basically we traded the cap space of Fleury for Nugent Hopkins. So it's basically the same thing. But next year, Nugent Hopkins is going to be a UFA as well as Alec Martinez. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll only be able to sign one of them. We'll see what happens there. Nugent Hopkins, just want to be curious to see 7.65. So really only 1.6 more than what he's doing right now, which is not crazy. So we're going to simulate the rest of the regular season, see if we can make the playoffs with this new look team. And I'm going to see if we have any games against the Edmonton Oilers coming out. So we actually have 1 in the 17. This is what I'm going to simulate, do the slow sim. So we win against the Stars, a couple wins in a row, then a couple losses. It's a big 6-2 win, 6-1 win. There you go. The boys are on fire, 37, 28, and 6. So we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games out of 8 since we traded for Nugent Hopkins. So that's big. We're going to head over to the T-Mobile Arena. Edmonton is coming in for his first game in Vegas since his trade. Nugent Hopkins' first game against his former team after 1-0-0. All right, see, after 2, 3-0. There you go. Pacioretty, and Riley Smith lining up their old teammate. That's what you love to see. 3 goals in the second for the boys. Actually, 3 goals in like just under 5 minutes. Let's see if we can close it out in the third. 5-1. Carrier and Roy. McDavid Ruiz a shutout because why wouldn't he score? But a big win for the boys against Marc-Andre Fleury. Robin Leonard gets the best of it. And we actually got another game against Edmonton. This one is at home as well in a couple of weeks. So a win against the Sharks there. 3 losses in a row and then another win. So right now we only have 3 games left in the year. So Edmonton, Arizona, and LA. We're barely in a playoff spot. Although we are 7 points ahead of the Kings. So we might squeak into a wild card. The Sabres have 101 points. All right. And then Caps 102. Sharks. The Sharks have 100 points. And the Ducks are second. And this is all over the place. So we're going to go into this game against the Edmonton Oilers. Once again, hopefully we can get the best of them. They're 31, 42, and 5. So they're really not a good team at all. After 1 in Vegas, 1-0 Riley Smith. I would love a goal from Nugent Hopkins against his former team. And it is Alex Chiasson-Leonard. After 3, 4-2, and we get no goal from Nuge, but Marchessault, Smith, Martinez. 4-2 wins, so we score 9 goals in 2 games on Marc-Andre Fleury. Kind of feel bad, but at the same time, it's a business. You got to win the games. And Marchessault leading the team in scoring, 55 points in 80 games. We don't have anybody that's doing crazy with points, but we have a lot of balance, which is what I like to see. Playing against the Arizona Coyotes. OT loss. We do get a point. Let's see what the standings look like. So right now, 90 points. We're actually very, very close to being out of the playoffs, so it might come down to the last game. The Jets and the Avalanche both have 90, as well as the Anaheim Ducks. So this could be a winner-go-home game. So Vegas with 90. If we win, the Ducks still have more wins than us, so they would be on top of us in the standings. As for the West, we would have 42. So it depends really on the Avs and Jets if they win or lose. So pretty much we have to win to stay in and get into the playoffs. So a big game against the Los Angeles Kings. They're 37, 35, and 9, just over 500. Here we go, boys. Period number 1, 2-0. Pacioretty and Chandler Stevenson on Peterson. They don't have Jonathan Quick in net. Period number 2, it is 3-0. Max Pacioretty on the power play. He doesn't want to go home. He wants some playoff action. After 3, big win, 4-0. William Karlsson and Robin Lehner gets himself a shutout for the boys. And let's see, we get into the playoffs. We knock out the Anaheim Ducks. You'll love to see it. So our season series must have been, we had more regulation over overtime wins. That would have been what put us in. So Vegas Golden Knights into a wild card spot with 92. The Avs have 92. It's going to play either the Sharks or the Predators, it seems. So let's look at the points of the team here for the season. All right, so Marshall, 56 points, 24 goals. Pietrangelo, 56 points with 13. He's a plus 14. So 5 guys in a 50-point range. Carlson, Nuge, and Tuck. Shea Theodore there with 49 as a defenseman, plus 21. That is fantastic. Cody Glass, 38 points in 82 games. He's still in 80 overall. I would like to see him grow in the summer. Mark Sona would like to have more production from him. So look at the rest of the team. I'm going to see how many points Nuge had since he joined our squad. So 8 points in 19 games. Not horrible, but not amazing. But hopefully we can re-sign him. I think he's going to help us. So taking a look at the defense. Only one defenseman in the minus, which is a -4, which is pretty good. Goaltending, Robin Lehner, 23, 15, and 4. 990 save percentage and a 237 goals against. Oscar Donson, 3 games, 934 and 202. Very solid numbers. Really happy to see that. Taking a look now at the Henderson Silver Knights, Peyton Krebs, 61 points. There you go. Thomas Yurko with 61 as well. 30 goals for Elvinis. Wow, 75 overall at 21. Maybe he can grow. Sakura, Coughlin, Nick Hag, 43 points as a defenseman, a plus 20, up to a 78. Yeah, Nick Hag is going to make the team next year. I can almost guarantee it. Goaltending, Ferguson, Patera. Not great, but it's AHL, so not too worried about it. More worried about the NHL, though. 39, 27, and 7. Henderson is going into probably a playoff spot. They got a few more games left. So we're going to simulate a couple days, see who we have in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It is going to be the San Jose Sharks. That's perfect. Big rivalry between the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights. That is awesome. It's going to be some good hockey. I'm going to take a look quickly who finished first in the NHL, and it was, all right, Buffalo, 107 points, 49 wins in their first year with Taylor Hall. Sharks finishing 5th. Let's see who finished last and who is the worst team to make the playoffs. So finishing last was actually the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're only 29 wins on the year. That's not good. The worst team to make the playoffs was us, of course, with 92 points. So there you go. That's a look at the playoff. That's a look at the regular season standings. And in the next episode, we're going to be doing the Stanley Cup playoffs with our new number 1 center, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, our new starting goaltender, Robin Lehner. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. We really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss our new episodes when they come. Next episode, playoffs with the Vegas Golden Knights. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.